Hello, you guys are being spoilt. One a day for like 3 days in a row. Look at that. Today I'm going to do something, again, not certified. I'm disappointed in myself, but I really want to do this, and I'm going to. I'm going to have a quick look at Transformers Siege Skytread flywheels. I honestly can't remember which one it's called. For argument's sake, I'm going to go for Skytread because flywheels does. It's got treads, not really wheels. It's fine. That light's a bit dodgy. Let's try and adjust this so it looks a little bit better. Yeah, we'll go with that. And this is like the original duocon, like a battle trap. It is two parts that combine to make one robot. Fine. Unlike Battle Trap, the one that came out in Power of the Primes, these do not make individual robots, which is why I'm only getting this so late in the line, because originally I was like, don't do individual robots, not interested, go away. But I've softened to them, I've picked them up, and they're actually really good, to be honest with you. They're actually quite good. And as much as I love Battle Trap, and I do love Battle Trap, Battle Slash, and Road Trap individually, you do lose something. There is that little bit of loss due to the fact that they've got to do the three modes, being the combined parts, the individual robots, and the individual vehicles. It's one of those, they've got to lose something, and they're a bit fiddly. And that's a shame. I still like them, but then you take out the individual robot modes, and these are just so much more solid. And I do appreciate it. So we'll have a quick size comparison. Where is he? This is Transformers Prime, where it is Sideswipe, and this is Battle Slash from Power of the Primes, which is one of the other duocon sets, if you didn't know. What am I doing? That's right. Okay, good. So, if we take this out of the way, we'll have a quick look at them individually, and you can take the gun off here, either of them, and there are ports on this. There's one there, 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 there's a peg there. You can put them all over this guy, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's a peg so you could plug a hole onto, and there's one on top. He's absolutely covered in ports, but I quite like him as he is. I mean, alright, he's got the classic giant clump of stuff underneath the jet mode, but if you look at him like this, he's a lovely little jet. He's a very nice sort of maroon kind of colour. He just looks really nice, and I do like him. Of the two, this is clearly my favourite, because we'll get into that in a minute. But I do really like this. It's actually really nice. You could say he's a bit bereft of weaponry, but there are these on the wings, and again, I'll just rip this off for the sake of it. Okay, you can just plug that under the nose. Now you've got a big gun, but I personally think that looks a bit daft, so I don't bother. Put that down there, and we'll get into this one. And again, there's a port this side, there's a port that side, but I believe the pictures have it on this side, so why not? And he's a little tank. Little H-track, there's ports on either side as well. Little H tank, because there's always a gap in these tanks. And he's nice enough. He's a bit gappy at the back, but to be fair, so was Road Trap, so I can't really blame him too much for that. No rotation, but you could have this as more of an artillery piece, just turn off and take a shot. But there's a couple of things I really don't like about this. The first one is these two pieces that peg it on the top here. Really don't like doing it. At first I thought this was broken, and then I realised you had to try and line it up ever so just and really force those in, and they'll just about peg in. But I genuinely thought this was broken. The other one, I'll make it a bit more obvious by taking this gun off. We'll look at the guns in a bit. Is that the tank barrel points downhill, which is stupid. Basically what happens is, this gun has got, where are we? Come on, camera. See the way it's shaped here? It's got the big kink cut out of it. And this end piece has got a little notch there, if you can tell. There we go. that little notch. Now you're supposed to peg this into there, and the notch sits in a little kinked out piece, and it stays something like that. But your instinct, because that's only just in that peg hole, the peg's only just in the hole, your instinct is to push it down properly. At which point it's pointing downhill, because it's a really stupid design. And I've always hated this, like genuinely, because it's supposed to be so you can like plug them together. And this is literally the first time I've ever done that, because why would you? And it just looks really stupid, so maybe you should just put it to one side instead. And now it just looks even more stupid, with the two guns either side and not one in the middle. That's really stupid, isn't it? So what I did was I went on Shapeways and I bought this. And this is a little tab here, that tab, and a little articulated peg. So you plug the gun onto it, and into that big slot there goes the tab. And hey presto, the tank, bear in mind I need to tighten that up, I think. But now, it's on a hinge. Again, need to tighten that hinge, but now the tank barrel can move up and down. If it is an artillery piece, it just drives into position, goes right. Oh, sorry, so you can see. Boom. And blows something up on the other side of the world. Whatever. But that is awesome. I'm like this so much better with that attachment. Not super expensive, but you know what I mean. I do like that. So, Shapeways upgrade kit sneakily moved into the review. Huzzah! Now, we're going to, for the argument's sake, we're going to untab it. And it does come out, but it comes out the gun easier than it comes out with the tab. But you can untab it. It's not the end of the world. So we're going to untab it, and for argument's sake, we'll leave it in the back of the gun for now. We'll take that gun off, and we'll get these two combined. Hooray! Over 7 minutes. I do talk nonsense, don't I? So we'll do this one, and these pieces that tab in. Easiest way to do it is get your finger under the back there and just pop loose, fold it out, and can you hear that noise? That's my washing machine. Okay. Pop loose, fold it out to the side. Hooray! Now, I prefer to do everything together, nice and chunky, and then split things up later. You might not, but whatever. I'm going to get this piece in the middle, pop it loose. There are these two tabs. There you go. They go into those two holes, and we're going to straighten all this up to there. And there are hinges inside here that rotate these pieces through and all this. So we will rotate it all the way through until it's up straight. We'll fold one side in, then the other, and then split. And those are the legs. Hooray! See, that was easy, wasn't it? We'll get this one, and we'll lift it up. And first things first, we're going to get this grey, sort of brownish lump, pop it loose. There are two tabs there. They go into holes on the inside, which might be easy to show you later. Separate these if they haven't already, and they are on red hinged pieces here, or maroon, whatever, and hinge those out to the side, like this. At which point we get this black piece, and there's a giant silver pin there. Get this back piece, fold it up to there, fold back the wings, because these pieces actually tab into the wings, or the wings tab into these pieces, either way. And then we can fold this piece around, and it just about pegs in. There's a little peg there and a little groove there. Can you see this? That little peg goes into a little groove, like that. Fold this over, peg it into place, and then we move the cockpiece section forward a bit just to free up the pegs. See how that's moved slightly? Come on, camera. Right. So we go from there to there. That will allow you to fold this over and pull with it this piece, including the head, then this, that tab, that peg, or whatever. I'm using the wrong words. Fine. And now we just rotate the arms around, flip out the hands, rotate, flip out, and then we have the body section. And it's as simple as that hole onto that nubbin and combined. Now we have Skytread flywheels, whatever he's called, in robot mode. And I really like him. I'll be honest with you, I do. He's rock solid. Again, Battle Trap, the way he transforms, he's got all the modes. I can forgive a lot with him. But without those extra modes, this guy is a brick. He's rock solid, and I do appreciate it. That's another thing I was going to say. You know this whole 2 vehicles combined to 1 robot thing? And this is the only duocon that does it, because the other 2 have the, Battle Trap has its own robot modes. Cog has a tank and a jeep. They combine and make a robot. Just throwing that out there. And again, he's great. He's got all the articulation. He's got everything he needs. The head is on a ball joint. Has waist swivel. It's a bit lower than you'd like, and it does catch on the tail of the plane, but it is there. Swivel, nice 90-degree bend, and ankle tilt, which is nice. And again, he's got ports everywhere, on the leg, everywhere. So if you want to do the Power Riser stuff with Brunt, who's a good size comparison for you, there you go. You can do that. I haven't yet. I might have to do that at some point. I keep leaving Brunt down here for comparisons, and I keep forgetting to take him upstairs. And so you've got the tank barrel with the Shapeways bit sticking in the back, and you can plug that into the hand still. It will go into the hand. There you go. It doesn't make a difference. It's right there. And you can store them all over the place. And one thing I did work out is if you don't like this in there from Shapeways, is I was thinking, where can that giant tab go? Where can I... Ooh, there's a slot in the wing. Will it fit? Will it fit? Will it fit? Not really. It's like, well, there's always the peg. You can just peg it in somewhere. I mean, it'll be obvious and it'll be hanging off, but you can just peg it on somewhere. And I thought, you know what? There's a better way. So what I do is untab the nose. There's a big hole in there. There you go, stored. You don't even need to look at it. That was good, wasn't it? Well done, me. So again, you've had the Brunt size comparison, but for argument's sake, they're sideswipe. So they're pretty much exactly the same size. Did you think I was done with the Shapeways yet? Because I'm not. Because if I move him to the back for a second, I've got the other duocon, as it's called. There's Road Trap with a pistol, and there's Battle Slash with a nose gun, which is pretty much the exact same pistol, and a sword that stores underneath, which is nice. And the sword can unpeg. It's a nice enough little sword. That works. And that will fit into the rope mode hands, and this gun plugs into the combiner port, which is a nice use of the space. And again, these two can combine. Which way around is it? That way? There you go. And then that looks more like the original Battle Trap gun. Obviously, it could do with a lick of paint. And the handles, I'm not sure if it's the handles or if it's the actual hands, but it doesn't fit very well. It's a bit loose. So some work's going to have to go on that. But yeah, it's one of those, I've had these things lying around for a while. I just haven't got around to doing much with them. It's just, I've been looking at him and just thinking, I want to do a review on him. He's a nice figure. I've just not been in the mood recently. After doing TidalWave, bless his little socks, he's there. You might well just see. I like TidalWave, bless him, he's fine. So yeah, these guys have now got a combined gun, individual guns, and a sword. So Shapeways are very good for certain things. They can be very good. They're not super cheap, but they are very good. And again, I'm going to do this just for argument's sake. I'm going to turn Road Trap here into his legs mode, just to show you the difference between these two sets. I'm not going to do the full combiner because I can't be bothered transforming him. He's a bit of a faff. But if I transform this one very quickly. Okay, this is the legs mode. Now, as much as you can say, yeah, he's got a set of legs, that's cool. You know, does the thing, he does this, you know, that's fine. If I just pop this off and plug it on here. Come on. I have done this once or twice, but they suddenly look really skinny, don't they? Like super skinny, like at the waist and stuff. They look really skinny. And the knee bend is a bit awkward because of all the stuff around it, and it's... I mean, I'll forgive them a lot because of how they do it, and you know the fact it does all the extra modes. But it is a mess, isn't it? Really. Again, it works with Battle Slash to make Battle Trap, but as much as you can swap them around with this guy, you probably shouldn't because they don't look right. Maybe one day they'll make another set, they'll just make one up and it will somehow blend the two. It'll be something similar to these, but with also a bit of heft like these, so you can cross the two and it won't be as obvious. But as it stands, they don't really mix. I can say words like English, what good. Yay! Also, not a kids channel. Bum, poo and wee. Huzzah. I just keep saying that these days, just to try and convince myself more than anyone else. Just gun can go in your hand. There you go. Have fun with that. So yeah. Anyway, there's the Shapeways kits and voice Skytread flywheels, whatever he's called, from Transformers Siege. Actually, a very nice figure. Although, again, I do very much suggest you buy this upgrade kit because the tank barrel definitely does need it, and that needs a bit of floor polish. Oh well, so I'm going to leave it there. So, I should be ugly, I should be wretched, I shall see all of you in the next one. See ya!